Hello, people. How are you doing? Today, as I mentioned before on the post, we are going to talk about fear. And we are going to talk about fear and see how it works so we can do something about it a little bit. Fear, in a general way, is what backs people away from what they really want. And also, fear is what causes us to stay where we are. For example, if we are thinking about moving out, if we are thinking about going to a new country, or if we've been thinking about making that important phone call and we didn't, see, that's fear in action that we are that's backing us up to backing us away from what we really want. So imagine there is like a line. On one side is where we are, so we are not taking any action. We are comfortable. It's a comfort zone, in the comfort zone. And on the other side of that line is freedom. And also on the other side of that line is growth, because on our comfort zone we don't really grow. We are just comfortable, is that. And also, when on the other side of the line is when we cross the line, is we are going beyond of where we are. It's like what is called our next level. So we move a step forward and we we make progress when we cross the line. So we usually don't cross the line because of fear. So that's what causes us to stay there on the comfortable. We stay comfortable. I'm sure we have all these situations. I'm sure you did too. Like when you cross that line, for example, when you made that step, let's say you enroll in something that you were thinking about for a long time, or you finally moved to a new country, or you decided, okay, this is the time to start my own business, or to quit my career, or, well, today I'm going to make that important phone call that I've been needing to do for a while. Okay, that moment, that's our next level when we make that step. For example, when we set goals, we have to set goals that scares us and excites us at the same time. We have to feel excitement, and also we are a bit scared. For example, myself, I have made in the past and also now big goals for myself, and that doesn't mean that I was not scared. See, I achieved a lot, but I set big goals and I was really excited. So because that's a sensation of freedom that making that step produces us, that crossing that line produces us. That sensation of freedom is what should be our motivation. See, we should be motivated by that, not backing up because of the other things that are holding us back. So the goals we set, yes, they scare us a little bit, but we have to be excited at the same time. It has to be balanced, because if it is a goal that is too big, we are scared to death, we are going nowhere. And if it is too small, it's not a challenge for us, so it's not really exciting. I'm sure you had this in the past. I had it myself, this behavior that is called start-stop behavior. Because it's yeah, well, I'm gonna do this, and then, well, maybe not, or maybe later, or when we have the idea and get excited about it, but then suddenly we say, well, maybe if I think it twice, then I'm not sure about it. Okay, well, that's a start, stop type of behavior. But what really stops people from taking action is a real question, because that's how it is with being comfortable crossing the line, and and going to that sensation of freedom, that when we make that step, whatever it is that for us, finally make that step, that sensation of freedom is wonderful, right? I'm sure we all have that. So we when we finally do it, so we are going after that. But what stops really people from taking action? How does this all work? Because well, we were supposed to be going after what we want, right? If it is too easy, well, first of all, taking action is not a lack of motivation. As I said before, it's not lack of motivation. We are all motivated. On the other side, it is it our mental and emotional level, which is in the mental level is our limiting beliefs. They are our limiting beliefs, and on the emotional level, our feelings or emotions. So remember the thought model. We start with thoughts. So we have a wonderful idea, and then we get feelings about it. That leads to feelings. And so we get emotionally involved with that. And since we get emotionally involved, we take action, and then we get the results we expect because of the thoughts we started the chain with. That's more or less the process. That causes us to change our behavior. But instead of forcing, like when we have fear, we force actions sometimes to make something happen. But instead, if we work on our mental and emotional level, which means working with our mindset and with our emotions, that because of the thought model, the actions will happen naturally, and as a consequence, we are going to have the results we want. So instead of forcing that, we can work on the limiting beliefs and on our emotions. Okay, that's one thing. So that will produce, as a consequence, a change in behavior will lead to actions and then to the results we want. So we talked about this model before. So what it is suggested is that we work on that. And how do we work? We keep feeding those thoughts, but positive thoughts about that amazing idea, wonderful idea that we have. So we keep feeding that, and we keep getting emotionally involved in a positive way, always in a positive way. So that will lead us to take actions, inspire action, actually. So the results will come as a natural consequence on this. That means crossing the line, that line from where we are now, where we are comfortable now. So to cross that line, to feel that sensation of freedom, and to finally grow. Okay, so that's how it works, mainly with fear, but also setting goals the right way and making the decisions. So if I were you, I would keep feeding those wonderful ideas, positive thoughts, and then keep getting emotionally involved. So that will lead to inspire action, and then that will, as a consequence, you will get the results. But if you work on those first, will take you to change your behavior. So mindset and emotions, instead of forcing actions that are not inspired, forcing, that never works really to me. but working on the mindset and emotions. See, we have so much talent, all of us. We have so many talents, but for that to be developed, we have to cross the line. We don't have to be comfortable anymore. We have to cross the line. We have to get the motivation to go cross that line and go after that sensation of freedom and growth that we are seeking, because that's on that place, after the line, when we pass the line, that's where growth happens and you develop your talents. Otherwise, you are just going to be comfortable. So, and the way you keep feeding those positive thoughts and your emotion, getting your emotional senses involved on that, you can do it in any way that works for you. In any way, for example, it could be like vision boards, could be affirmations, like affirmations in positive affirmations and in present tense. So as things are happening now, see, instead of I will have that house, I am happy and grateful that I am living in my perfect home, something like that. Well, if you want more on affirmations, because you have to do it the right way also. But affirmations work. If you are a vision person, then vision boards could be, or pictures that if you get emotional involved or that brings you positive thoughts, it will work for you. So it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. Instead of going backwards, like trying to force an action that you are not inspired to do, like work on your mindset and emotions at that level, so the results will come out naturally, and as a consequence of that, you will change your behavior. So I just wanted to mention that these are very simple but very powerful tricks to work toward your goal, your wonderful goal, and it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. So I hope you put those tips in practice, and let me know how it works when you achieve your results. If we don't talk before, have a happy Easter, and I will talk to you hopefully next week. Okay, have a great weekend and happy Easter, everyone. Bye bye.